how did they weave this very complex tapestry, which is very much part, an evolution in what Ross filmmaking has been about?
Well, there were, hello, can you hear me? Yes. There were many false starts, I would say. It took a long time to figure out. And I had constructed a version which had very little material of Adrian. And there was a way in which it worked quite well. It really concentrated on my trip to France. Should I be speaking more slowly so it can be translated?
No, it's simultaneous.
Simultaneous, okay. But I think the film lacked complexity like that, so we kept reworking it, and then kind of added more material of Adrian, and then also more material of my father, and I think that gave it a generational dimension that it didn't have beforehand.
This, compared with your other works, and, well, can you comment on that? Thank you.
Well, I would say, one major difference is that I had a journal to work from, which became an artifact, a prop in the film, and I guess that was different for me because I'd always just created fresh writing from my imagination, from my memory. So in that way it was quite different, but I think in most ways it was the same. I kept trying version after version after version. I wrote and rewrote dozens and dozens of times. It doesn't come easily for me, the writing of the narration. And then you have to hear it and watch it with the images, and then it becomes something else altogether. So it took a long time.
We speak of conversation before regarding to the process of making the film, obviously, I think it was, at least in my eyes, not a, given that this would have ever become any type of tangible cinema, I could say, and it was the pieces of the archival footage he has for me a couple of years ago, mostly, nothing too much further than that, than the younger pieces of myself. We came to an agreement with, after a screening, it was pretty much a surprise of the first draft, basically, for me, but we came to an agreement that there's some, just like him exposing himself in certain ways about his, with Maud and his entire journey back to find this woman, it's kind of a very personal thing, and obviously so is the information with me and the footage and the images that you see. So I think that try to balance it well and somewhat, again, create this overall theme of what you see in the film is the kind of fractured father relationship. And of course, we are pretty good terms, and he's a good father, and I think I'm a decent son, but.
Hustling. I keep on coming back. I keep on coming back. We keep on coming back. I keep on coming back. I'm coming back. I keep on coming back. We keep on coming back. I keep on coming back. Every day I'm hustling.
A lot of people ask, were you uncomfortable seeing a lot of these images on the screen and projected and put into public light? And the answer is yes. A lot of it is definitely hard to see in terms of growing up even in the past couple years, and also compared to as a younger child. But I think once again, there's each image and each scene with me, I guess, somewhat, even if it's pretty brutal, it does help, once again, bring back the entire, theme of the film and help strengthen it.
Plus now you get to go to film festivals.
Right. Always wanted us. And I'm also very tired.
Stato messo in piedi, e che cosa succede in fase di montaggio rispetto alla alle riprese che sono state fatte.
The situation with my filming Maud and why I stopped filming in a way that I never do with Adrian. But I told Adrian if he didn't let me use the footage, I wouldn't give him his allowance. So I decided that. I don't know.
Yeah, YouTube, yeah. Hey, look the ice. Look at the little shot.
Be honest here, I think he, being my father, he kind of waived that right of consent, legal right of consent, and went ahead and, you know, it showed me at least a first draft of the film that I was like, okay, you know, this is new to me, and it was definitely a surprise at first, and if it was not my father, I probably would, I'm not saying press charges, but I would definitely,
Oh, come on.
I'm making a joke, but no, I would definitely, it would be a little bit different if it was not, had that level of intimacy. Not that he didn't have that with Mom, but it's so long ago that it's different than with your own son, of course.
But I think it's worth saying that if you had really objected to any of the footage, I would have taken it out.
Of course, no, and he has obviously that integrity. Had I said, I really don't feel comfortable with this, of course it would not be in the film. And I know there was even some pushing for more footage, not to get into detail, and he rejected that just due to the you know, on behalf of my sake, I guess. But otherwise, you know, it is what it is, and I have no problem with that. And I guess it's the unspoken kind of dialogue that you don't hear in the film. It's always great.
Per un'altra cosa. Vorrei ringraziare, I want to thank my guest and our guest. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's pretty exclusive up here.
There's like an interview and shit. Don't worry about it.
It's so funny. Fun accent you have.
Yeah, like, what the fuck are you looking at?
Don't take pictures.
Yeah, don't look at me. Eyes down, commoner.
I'm not being rude. Just think about it for a second. Try it. Close your eyes and say, what is this accomplishing? What has he prevented him from doing? What evil has he prevented him from doing? Think about it.